Greetings, this is the Hummel, the tier 6 German SPG. It's located on the east spawn of Malinovka and it's under the command of 27BAGPUSS of REBRN, and he's got the improved rammer, the bounty gunling drive and also a camo net. Game on! 3 marks of excellence on the barrel. I think we're in for a good game, and he's actually got the stop gun, which of course is the better gun because it's got a faster reload, much more accurate, and it also can actually be short range, but you can just get more shots out. Now unfortunately we are getting a lot of stick here from a lot of lag, and again I think it's actually down to my computer, not down to the actual game as such. If any of you have been wondering why you've not been seeing any games on our, or any replays on our website recently, it's down to the fact that obviously I've been ill, and I'm not the only one in what Arty Noobs has been ill as well. As you all know, or may know, Talon's also been unwell, and he's recovering from cancer. Okay, T52, just waiting for the final seconds of reload. We're loaded. Okay, that T52 is in for a rather nasty time if he gets hit, but he does get stunned out of that shot. Yes, I'm sorry, we are getting a lot of lag from this computer. Okay, rounds out in the bushes over this side. Not sure if there was anybody over there, but this T52 is being fairly persistent, and this Cromwell, obviously, he's being a bit silly because he's actually just sitting there in that bush. Up on top of the hill, we've got an A44 fighting it out with our teammates. It's a tier 7 game with tier 6 tanks in it. A near miss splashed him on the his left-hand side. Bit of an overshot. The next shell is going to be ready soon, and in fact now we've got a special event happening. I think one of the enemy aircraft is enemy aircraft's going to kill him. Oh well, he didn't get killed by the special event. He actually got wiped out by that shell that landed, splashing him on the other side of his tank. This A43, supposed to be the T34 replacement, is just sitting here doing absolutely nothing. And now he's paid for that because he got hit for 133. I know a lot of people have been very excited just recently with the new changes of the 2.0 game, which of course is going to be coming out soon. Unfortunately, Arty does not figure in that changes, but only to the certain extent that some buffs have been made to the Arty, various changes to the figures. No new Arty into the game. In fact, this is down to the fact that Wargaming is too scared what might actually happen to the players if they did actually put more Arty in. A lot of players have been saying, oh, we want Arty taken out of the game. But if you do that, and he's got another kill, if you do take Arty out of the game, it will change the game irrevocably for the bad. It really will make the game very, very bad indeed. A lot of tank players seem to forget that if there wasn't Arty in the game, a lot of games would be lost because the Arty actually end up normally saving the game for their tank player teammates who get it wrong. But it also stops the enemy from camping. I know people say Arty prevents camping. It does. It really does. And that player's just got hit. Direct hit on the Tiger. Now lining another shot up on the OI. You can see the Tiger's now down to 301. This 15 centimeter howitzer is capable of 480 alpha and 38 millimeters of pen. And we just saw an enemy tank with very low hit points. We've just hit the OI, but the Eagle 7 there is a one-shot. If we land a shell anywhere near him, it's more than likely going to take him out of the game. So I think that's going to be the next target. 27BAGPUSS really wants to get another kill. He's got 2 already. Rounds out. That lands right on his engine deck, and he is back in the garage. Okay, we're looking at that Tiger. Plenty of hit points still that we can extract off that Tiger. Well, we've lost sight of them because our teammates aren't close enough to actually get the shots. Ah, now that tree went down, which is normally an indication that somebody's there. And he's just lining up the next shot. Notice how the reticule's flattened. That's because he's at very long range. Oh, that one landed on the engine deck, and the OI is no more. Now, can he do the same to the Tiger one? He's got 4 kills. There's still plenty of enemy out there. Okay, he's almost ready. Rounds out. Direct hit. From the look of it, that would have landed right on the edge of the turret and the engine deck. Now, you have to assume that the enemy probably did move. Yes, he did there. But look at the low hit points now. He's a one-shot, and the next shell could kill him. And in fact, it does. And that's his 5th kill of the game. One more, he gets the Top Gun. We're looking at the AMX ELC 901, the new tank that Wargaming gave all new players, or all players in the game, just recently. If you partook in the 2.0 draw, or the 15th anniversary rather. It's not a draw, no, it was a... you were given various gifts each day, various envelopes, and if you opened the envelopes, you managed to get a gift. Well, 27BAGPUSS realizes that if he wants to get some of those enemy tanks, he's going to have to get closer, because this is a short-range Arty. It is the same howitzer that you find in the Guerrilla 15. Say Guerrilla 15, I meant Guerrilla, not Guerrilla 15, the tier 5 Guerrilla. The Guerrilla 15 has a 15cm main gun, anti-tank gun. So, back to that T-52, and oh, we just spotted one of the enemy Arty, and if we get this one, it happens to be a Top Gun. It is! And I'm pretty sure he penetrated that guy. He picked up 315 hit points off that one shot alone. Now, can he get a Radley's? Well, that T-52 is still almost a one shot. He fires the shell in. No, not on this occasion. The question is, does he get closer now? Because he's just pulled back a little bit. Now, he wants to change position. He wants to go a bit further south. And I think I can see his reasoning here, because the enemy tanks appear to be going up the hill again. And since we don't have anybody up there to protect us, we probably need to move and change position. He ought to tell the SU, is it an SU-14? To actually do the same. He should retreat just a little bit because, oh, the Super Hellcat's coming over, so that's good news. Because I get the feeling that the Cromwell and the KV-2 that went up the hill are going to come down. Now, all these trees going down is going to give the enemy an idea where we are. And they still have one Arty. They have an M12. And he has the entire range of the map to play with. We're looking up the hill. The Hellcat was looking in that direction, so we will get an idea if anybody comes over the edge. So our T-52 is covering us on that side. I'm expecting the AMX ELC 901 possibly to try and get a bit closer. Now, he's got a 90mm main gun. And in fact, now we've got another of our teammates who've gone up the hill. The Leo's helping out. They're anticipating that the enemy is going to come in down the hill towards us. There's a lot of fruity language going on in chat. I don't know if you've seen that, but it is very fruity. Some of the players are not particularly happy. And the Panther M10's decided that he's going to spot. Well, that was just an exploration to see if anybody was sitting in the bush, possibly the T-52. You can see that 27BAGPUSS is running short on ammo. You don't get a huge amount of shells in this Arty, only 27. And there's the T-52, so he was in the vicinity. So now, can we get a shell down into that dip? He fires the round in. Oh, he wipes him out! What a shot! That was an excellent shot there. And there's the ELC. He's actually changed position on the map. He's gone all the way round, and he died. He was taken out by the Super Hellcat. Now we're looking at the enemy Hellcat. Rounds out. No, nothing from that one. We are running short of ammo now. 5 rounds left. The M10 is actually getting close to the enemy cap area, and they haven't discovered the enemy Govica. And our Govica is now making his way across the field towards the cap, and we could do the same. There's times like this in a battle where it actually does help when the Arty repositions himself closer to the enemy cap to provide support. It might actually put us in range of the M12 as well. Well, they found the enemy Govica. Well, it's actually the enemy Cromwell, and they wiped him out. And now the enemy Govica's gone as well, which means now that there's only 3 enemy left. Their M12, their KV2, and the Hellcat. Nobody's found the M12, but they just found the KV2, and he is within range, so we can get a shot up there. Dialed in, rounds out, and no, it hits the rock. But he does go down. He takes out with a shot from our Super Hellcat. And now there's only 2 enemy left. That Hellcat, who was only partially healthy, and their M12, who we should suspect is fully healthy, because he hasn't been spotted. And in fact, now he has been spotted, and yes, he is fully healthy, but he's outside our range. And as fast as we were moving across the battlefield, we couldn't get there in time. And there's the enemy Hellcat. Now we might get a shot at this guy. Almost fully dialed in. Yes, a solid hit. 418, and he goes down, and that is the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for 27BAGPUSS of REBRN in the Hummel. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 14. He got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. In fact, he ended up with 7, just 1 short of getting a Radley Walters. And his win rate in the game was 4,642, which is Super Unicum standard. If we look at team score, we can see that he didn't get the highest damage. The Super Hellcat in his team managed 2,400 hit points, but BAGPUSS managed to get 2,140. And the third highest damage was the Govica, who managed 1,615. When it came to kills, though, BAGPUSS got the highest, 7 kills to him. 4 kills went to the Super Hellcat, and 2 kills went to the KV2 and the Cromwell on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's got that one too. Yeah, so he's got the top in 2 columns, just missed out on the third. He got 1,139 experience points. 1,012 went to the Super Hellcat. 912 went to the Tiger 1. So only 2 players managed to get over 1,000 base in that game. He fired 24 rounds, so 3 rounds left at the end of the game. Got 11 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrating shots, one of which was that Super Hellcat right at the end of the game. The other one, the M44, I think? Yes, it was. Yes, he went straight through the M44's armor, because of course it's only thick enough to actually stop bullets and shrapnel from hitting the crew. But yes, the Hellcat was the other one, 418 hit points, 1 penetrating shot. He also managed to get 14 splashes, 2,140 hit points of damage, of which 1,722 were at more than 300 meters. So he did get close to the enemy at some points during the game. 9 enemy vehicles were damaged, 7 were killed. He got 259 hit points of damage assist and 694 of stun assist off 9 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 60,614 credits and he got a 40,000 mission completion bonus. Got 25 bonds for a mission completion, and he got 10,253 experience points in total, but he got 8,545 experience mission completion bonus as well. So he really did rock that game, and in fact, actually, towards the end of the game, it was looking like he might actually end up with a Radley's, but sadly it didn't happen because, of course, that Super Hellcat didn't expire when he was hit by the shell. Instead, he survived just a fraction of a second longer before one of BAGPUSS's teammates put him out of his misery. Hope you enjoyed that game. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.